Hello, everybody. Great to be back. So this is going to be a short video, but it's going to be an important one. I've had a lot of my colleagues feel a little confused about the uploading of the data for art education, whether it's the project or art integrated learning or the art activities. So I'm going to be very quick and concise in just explaining what is expected. I have had a talk with Dr. Pragya as well from the CBSE. I've seen her presentations at a couple of other platforms. So I'm going to sort of follow suit. A lot of my very dear colleagues like Mr. Matthew, etc., have also been doing these webinars. So I've sort of, had the advantage of listening to all of it. And let's just sort of combine all of it together and show it to you here. So this is about the uploading of data from the Art Integrated Education for the Art Integrated Education on the KALA SETU. That's the portal. So basically the teachers are, quite confused about how to go about it. The reason why they are a bit stressed as well is because, especially for board classes, 10th and 12th, the downloading of the admit card is at stake. So my purpose is to make them feel this way. Okay, so on that note, let's begin. So when you open the Kala Setu, and I'll be showing the visuals also to you in a bit. So there are two parts. The first two parts that you'd see is for the art education teachers. The first part is going to be, the first and the second part is going to be about their names and phone numbers. And it's also going to include their classes, number of periods and time slots. So the Kala Setu parts 1 and 2, that's what it caters to. Then we move on to part 3, which is about the art integrated activities. Obviously, the art teachers must have done something in collaboration with the subject teachers and the school as a whole. It's compulsory for the school curriculum to integrate art activities, in their curriculum. So the planning must have happened. So these art activities are basically, to be done in consultation with the art teacher across the subjects. There has to be maximum participation. Don't worry, I'll be showing you the visual. What are the activities? So you would find the data based on the list in the annexure 2 of the 14th May circular, right? So there's a, 4.1, 4.1.1, 4.1.2.3, those kind of things. I'll show you the visual in a bit. Okay, so that's the part 3. The data is also about the class and the number of students who participated in these art integrated activities. Okay, so the onus is on the art teacher, the school, the planning. These activities have been conducted, whether it has been a trip or whether it has been an virtual art exhibition, or there's so many other things that are listed in that grid over there. Okay, this in this circular annexure 2, right? So now we move to part 4. Part 4 is art integrated learning. Now this is for teachers from classes 1 to 12, all of the teachers. The onus is on the subject teacher. So what does it include? It is basically the subject teacher's tool only if the topic is mutually reinforcing and the concept clarity through art is the objective. Now, what is the data that is going to be required? Which class, which subject, which topic or lesson have you applied your art integrated learning in? Which art form have you integrated? The list is also going to be there. It's a drop down list. You can see it. It's also in the art education manual, the whole list of the things that you could use. There is always an option of saying other as well. So you are not necessarily bound. They say promote the folk arts, but if you feel that there is something extra that you can add to it, that's really great, right? Okay, now the part 5 is the art integrated project. So these are 5 parts on the Kala Setu where you have to upload the data, right? The art integrated project, everybody knows, for classes 1 to 10, 1 to 8 is transdisciplinary, 9 and 10 individual projects. So please remember, 5 projects, 5 subjects, 5 projects, 5 subjects. minimum one out of these five projects can be from the paired state. Okay, minimum one. There, if all subjects want to do it, say supposing it's Delhi and Sikkim, if all subjects want to do it, Delhi Sikkim art integration, that's great. That's great. Okay. But otherwise, if supposing math decides that, okay, I'm integrating Sikkim and Delhi, so the other subjects can do any other art form that they want to integrate. It need not be from the paired state. Okay. So that is what it means over here. They just need art integration. Okay. And one out of those five subjects must use the paired state under the Shresht Bharat initiative. Okay. So the 5 marks are going to be given for this, and they are going to be clubbed into subject enrichment. Okay. Don't worry about the marks. You're not uploading marks on this portal. The marks will be uploaded as usual when the portal for the internal assessment marking opens. Okay, later. So what is the data that you'd be required to upload? Which class have you done this project for? Which subject or subjects in case it is transdisciplinary 1 to 8? What was the beginning date of your project? When did it end? And what was the duration of the project? So you will get a drop down list for the duration: 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, less than 1 month, etc. The CBSE says that we have put out this circular well early into the year. So all this must have been done by now. That is where they are going from. Now let us actually see with the visuals how this uploading has to be done. So the reporting of AE and AIL, okay, that's art in education and art integrated learning. So that's the Kala Setu. It very clearly says here that you continue. When you continue, the first thing you would see is your school affiliation number, the password. You have to do in the CAPTCHA, you have to log in. Simple. Okay, right? Uh, then I've sort of, been able to get hold of these clips because of a very dear friend. So therefore, I have just sort of blocked out the affiliation numbers and codes and so on. Yeah. So this one is the part one. See, this is how it will appear. Name of the art teacher. So maximum 12. And please remember, art teacher over here means your art and craft, your music, your dance, your drama, even if you're doing culinary sciences. So anybody from the home science who's doing those kind of activities, etc. Right? So the art teacher's mobile number. So these are the two things, and you keep adding: first teacher, second teacher, third teacher, fourth teacher. So what does it really look like? It looks like this. See all the art teachers, their phone numbers. Please, this is a dummy. This is a dummy. Please, please. These are not valid phone numbers. Okay. And then save and the next. Okay. Please remember, this is save and next. So it takes you to the other part where it says part 2, upload arts period information per week. So you select the class, the art teacher has to, the admin is going to do it for the art teacher, sitting beside them or giving them explanations or whatever. The class 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So see, the drop down list is still 10. Obviously, because art is compulsory for classes 1 to 10. So this is so the art periods and art information, the number of periods per week according to the class. So this is what it looks like. So the class was selected in the previous one you've seen, then the drop down list for the day. Okay. So it's not just the day, there is another element to it, that the a time slot is what they look for. So then when you go further down, you'll get the time slot, what time is the period, etc. So you keep adding all this information for every teacher who's an art teacher in the school, right? So there, this is what the information was in part 2. Now we move to this upload arts period information. So this is what it would finally look like, right? Then we move to part 3. Part 3 is arts activity as per syllabus performed. So whatever the arts curriculum is, and how the arts teacher and the subject teachers have really integrated it, what has been the plan of the school from the very beginning, what has been put in the calendar, all those activities to select the number. What is the number here? Remember the number that I told you about. Let me just sort of, reduce this and show you. I'm assuming, yes. See, this was the annexure that I was talking about. So when you, this was a circular, and the annexure is right here. Okay, just let me take you to the annexure number 2. Yeah. So these are the arts activities. Okay. So this is the annexure 2. So the numbers are given here. Okay, these are the numbers that are given here. So let's go back to the PPT. Let me just show you that again. So select the number of students who participated, select the class. That's all. That's all that's to be done in the arts activities over here. Please remember, it is recommended that this is done by the arts teacher and the school, etc., in consultation with the subject teachers as well, so that, you know, it becomes an integral part of the education process as well. Okay. uh, this is what the drop down list looks like, 4.1, 4. So whatever, you know, when you look at that list, and this is where, you know, can you see this link in blue? If you click this, the list will open automatically. You don't have to go looking for the circular. Okay. So you choose what is it that you have done for which class. You know, the school admin, obviously, the IT person or whoever is uploading is going to take care of this, right? So the school would know what has been done. The teachers, the art teachers would be sitting there. The subject teachers could also be called virtually or otherwise to you know, share what has been followed according to the school calendar. That's it. There are no marks. There is nothing. There is just, what did you do? For which class did you do? How many students participated? Now, supposing you've done it for classes 7A, B, C, and D. So you could just collectively say that, okay, 500 students across class 7 participated. You don't need to say class 7, 8, 20 students or 30 students like that. Okay. So that is done. Then you keep adding for different teachers, art teachers, etc. And then you move forward. This is what it would probably look like. Yeah. So 11 and 12, if they've chosen to do it, that's great. You know, sometimes there are activities that are done that are relevant for the whole school. Great. Yeah. So the art teacher sort of takes the lead for these activities. Then you move to part 4. Now, part 4, this is going to be subject teacher specific. Okay. So this is art integrated learning. So what are they asking? So now clearly says classes 1 to 12. Clearly says classes 1 to 12. Okay. So now the subject teacher will decide which class. Okay, I teach class, say maybe 11. Okay. So the subject teacher puts in class 11. The subject teacher selects the activity, which is the activity that the subject teacher has used. The list is even, it goes down further. The last option is others. So even that can be chosen. Okay, the subject teacher does that. Then the subject teacher also gets the option. See over here, for class 2, slideshows, PPTs, and the subject was English. Please remember that in junior classes, you have EVS, you don't have science, social studies, etc. Right? So, and then there's an ad. I'm not really sure whether for classes 9 and 10, it would be physics, chemistry, bio separately, but I guess if the subject is science, so I guess it would be science. If the list shows in the drop down that yes, you have separate ones, then please choose accordingly, right? There's no rocket science here. It's very simple. That's all that needs to be uploaded here. But please remember, ensure that you have whatever you're filling here, please ensure that you have the evidence with you. Okay, you have to keep the evidence with you, you know, your report, your lesson plan, and so on. So what do we see in the next one? This was part 4. This is what it looks like overall, right? So for class 1, class 2, so all this is from the drop down list. So finally, when the school sees something like this is what they might probably see. Okay. Then you go to part 5. Part 5 is the details of the art integrated project. Do you have to upload the project here? Certainly not. You have to keep that as the evidence. So what are you uploading here? So you get the class, okay? And if you feel like, you know, it's class 2 and the English, Hindi and math have been done together. So please, you know, press control and select 3 and put it there for the subjects. You can select 3. For 9 and 10, it's definitely going to be, one project, one subject. So you cannot select more than one per project, right? So you select the class, you select the subject, you select the duration, what is the duration, you fill in the beginning date, the project end date, and that's just about it. The project is definitely only for classes 1 to 10. Okay, so for the subject teachers of 11 and 12, where do you come into play? You come into play when it comes to art integrated learning. That is a part 4. Okay, so that being said, let me also share with you what you see on page 38 of the art integration manual. It's a kind of rubrics. You might choose these rubrics for art activities, art teachers, or even for the art project you could add more things. So this is just an suggestion. If you want to give marks, you could give marks like this. It really helps to share this with the children, explain it to them. Okay, right? So this might help. It's over here. I've not done this. This is over here. You can have a look at that. Other than that, there are some other details that I heard Dr. Pragya say when she was addressing on a certain platform for art integrated learning, that right now, if you feel there is an error and you have sort of pressed submit and the card has not been generated, the art integration number has not been generated, please don't worry. Just write a email on the given email ID to her. It'll reach her. The portal closes on 31st December. It will reopen in January again. So please don't worry. You have time in January to do it. It is recommended that you do it quickly because there might be technical issues. There might be a lot of traffic in there. The site might hang or whatever. There's so many glitches that we know, right? So please don't worry if you feel there are some edits required, things have not come up to your expectations, etc. The portal will open once again afresh in January, is what I heard her say. Okay, so we needn't worry about that. And just to tell you, when you do the final one, it will say after part 5, it says save and submit. So you click this submit and the art education and AIL number gets generated. Okay, so as I've heard a lot of my other trainer colleagues say, that it's going to be nice if you click that number and keep it, because if you need to download your admit cards, then that is a number that is going to be required. Okay, so that's a great idea. So as far as I'm concerned, that should help you sort of understand what you're supposed to do. Please remember, you are just uploading from the drop down lists over here, but please keep the evidence with you. Okay, a lot of schools say that they have got a reply back from from CBSE saying that this was incomplete, etc. Do the needful, send it back again. No worries, everybody is learning. Yeah, so that's it from my side. I hope I was able to at least de-stress you a bit, okay, regarding the uploading details on the Kala Setu. All right, as far as I'm concerned, that's it from me. If you have felt that this has helped you, please click on the like, subscribe to the channel. This is essentially for English teachers, but well, there are no boundaries to learning. Yeah, and if you've subscribed, please click on the bell. It will tell you when the new video has been uploaded. Till then, stay safe, stay empowered, and keep rocking.